kept telling people, sorry, I had to step away here for a second. I kept telling people that I didn't think Jericho was going to be there. Who's we? Hey, Mia. What's going on? Like, there were people who were saying they were disappointed by Raw. They thought Jericho was going to be there. But why did people think Jericho was going to be there? Yeah, but just because his contract is done doesn't mean he's signed. Doesn't mean they have a deal in place. You got to quit. What was what? You got to quit buying the hype on the internet. You got to quit believing everything that's being said and spoken. And workers are going to work, man. Everybody out there is trying to work you. That's the whole point of pro wrestling. They're trying to work you. Jericho doesn't need WWE. No, I don't think Jericho does need WWE. I think there's a lot of other places. Yeah, Mia, it's hilarious. People lie on the internet. Well, go figure. Look, what we have to do in 2026 is stop expecting things and start appreciating things. This is where I think pro wrestling gets it wrong, all across the board in every single promotion. This didn't happen, so now I'm mad. It's not always supposed to be what you expect and what you want. The art of pro wrestling is to manipulate emotion, is to make you feel a certain way. Why do you dislike this person? Why do you like this person? Why should this person garner your support? Why should this person be booed? And I feel like that is where it's at for me. And so when people say, oh, I was so bummed, it didn't, I didn't get Jericho. Well, who told you were going to get Jericho? Did you hear it from Triple H? Did you hear it from Chris Jericho? I don't disagree with that, Sincere. See, Corey, I love the wrestling community. I've met a lot of great people over the last 5 years, 10 years. Oh shit, I'm gonna age myself. Like the last 20 years, I've met a lot of great people. I've actually flown out to meet people who I've established relationships with throughout the wrestling industry. People who do my podcast with me, people I've met on social media, and I love the wrestling community. I just think everyone is so. Y'all expect too much. Chris Talk says JCW will be at Mania weekend, so what's Corgan's excuse? You got to quit expecting Corgan to have an excuse. You got to quit expecting anybody to do anything. You just appreciate what you get, and if you don't like it, you could always change the channel. Like, that's the thing about pro wrestling. We all have a choice. Our dollars, our eyeballs, they are the vote. If you don't like what you're seeing on TV, it's real simple to turn the channel. You just take your remote and that's it. I don't feel like, Corey, and maybe I missed some of what you said, but yeah, I mean, like, look, there is a portion of the community that sucks. There are a portion of the people who are like, gimme, gimme, gimme. I just want to see what I want, and if I don't get what I want, then I'm upset. Don't feel that way. I don't feel like it should be like that. Remember, pro wrestling is a business, and much like any business, repeat customers are important. If they gave you everything that you wanted all at once, you'd miss out on some things. Someone said, show us the tattoos. Well, okay, I've got these ones. I've got, this is oh, you can't see it on TikTok. Yeah, you can. Okay. So this is a butterfly. This is a plumeria. This is a lily. This is a hummingbird. And this is a piper. Sorry, can't even figure out how to work my arm. Thanks. Yeah, my haircut, I mean, it's not a new haircut. It's what I've been rocking, but I'm from Southern California. And the other tattoo I have, I can't show you. I can't show you because I'm not taking my shirt off. Sincere, sure, man. I'll let you come up for a minute. I don't normally take, oh, how do I do that? Yeah, there it is. I don't normally have co-host on Tuesdays, but we'll see. What's up, Sincere?
How's it going, brother?
It's good, man. What's going on with you?
Man, just checking out your content, man.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate you letting me come up.
Yeah.
What did you think about Raw last night?
I thought it was good. We saw two new champions, right? Becky got the title back. I'm not in love with Maxine or Becky. I could care less, really. But Becky is a superstar, and we're going into WrestleMania, so you need to have all stars on board. You need to put the gold on one of your highest profile wrestlers. So I feel like, and you know, there's nothing against Maxine. I like Maxine Dupree. I think she is an underdog, and she's learning on the job, which is very chaotic. But all the same, I think she got a nice little pop, and now Becky's got the title back, and they're going to build towards WrestleMania, and then Io and Rhea winning the tag titles. I mean, I think that was a foregone conclusion. I felt like that was going to happen, and that's a good way to put Rhea and Io out of the world title picture, giving them something important to do, while the other women in the division are built up for WrestleMania.
I agree with that. I enjoyed the very first match. I didn't really care for the Becky and Maxine match too much. I just think they're pushing Maxine so hard right now, and I just don't believe she's ready as of yet for her to be getting a main spot on a 2.5 hour show. That's, you know, you can really say right now Raw is ahead of SmackDown at the particular moment.
Yeah.
But you know, Becky's Becky. Becky's she's always going to be front runner. But yeah, the main event match was great. Braun's going to be what everybody think he's going to be.
Agreed.
I think he's going to be a star.
Agreed.
But the Lyra and Liv match, I mean, it's just to get the rust off of Liv, so to speak. But yep. I'm not sure that was a match that you really needed, especially for the 1 year anniversary of Netflix. But I don't know, man. I guess I'm up in the air with WWE right now. I'm a diehard fan. I've been watching since the early 90s, you know, and I think they have so much talent that's not getting utilized right now. And I do realize that they have a lot of injured people, you know, with Chad Gable, you know, Dominic's out right now. I think really that what's his name, part of the Judgment Day, he needs a push right now, extremely.
Finn Balor?
JD.
Oh, JD's on the bench, though. He's hurt.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, they got so many people that's hurt right now.
Yeah.
I'll be happy when Montez comes back, Chad comes back. I don't know what they're doing with Finn Balor. He's such a talent, and he's not getting anything right now.
You are preaching to the choir. So Finn Balor, we look at Finn Balor, right? And what did he do when he got there? I mean, he dominated NXT. He had the whole gimmick with the demon. It was a lot of fun. You know, he won the NXT title. He came up to the main brand, and he won the Universal title and then got hurt, right?
Yeah.
Brian Clark, who some of you guys might remember as Wrath or Adam Bomb or you know, the what was it, the Executioner, I think it was, the Night Stalker. He's in the chat right now. He says early to mid 90s. That was on fire. That was the bomb. I love the early to mid 90s. I grew up in the 80s. I'm an 80s kid, so I got to watch, you know, Hogan and
oh yeah,
and you know, in WCW I was watching Ric Flair and you
too.
know, Dusty Rhodes and all that stuff. And Chronic, yeah. Sorry, Brian. Can't forget Chronic. I actually watched. Sorry, because Brian's in the chat. I want to acknowledge, because he is a great wrestler, and I did get to see him when he was in Las Vegas with the World Wrestling All-Star promotion, and he actually beat up one of my friends, the Navajo Warrior, in a tag team match, and it was one of my favorite, because when you see people you know taking on people who are like superstars, it's kind of fun. Sorry, I got distracted there. But yeah, going back, you know, I'm an 80s kid. I grew up with Flair and the Horsemen and Dusty Rhodes and Sting, and on the flip side, Hogan and Savage and Roddy Piper and Andre the Giant and King Kong Bundy. So that was kind of where I broke in and what I started watching first. And you're right. I think today's WWE is top to bottom. It's loaded. It's so loaded. And when you look at a guy like Finn Balor, who you were just mentioned, you know, he did so much in such a short amount of time, and then once he got hurt, like, they never got back to it. Yeah. And it kills me, because that guy, I mean, they showed that promo that he cut on, it was like during the commercial break for most American Raw watchers. I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was on, they ended up putting it up on Twitter, and it was so passion filled and so like fired up, and I'm like, let's get more of that. Let's bring that Finn Balor back. Let's put a spotlight on him, and if the Judgment Day is done, or at least half of them are injured, then let's put them up and let's see what they can do.
I agree 100% with that.
So you said what didn't you like about the Raw last night?
I really don't think the whole Stranger Things theme was necessary.
Yeah, I feel like that was definitely a missed opportunity. Like, I'm not a Stranger Things fan. I've never watched one, but like there was no crossover outside of having the lower third and the graphics in it. It didn't do anything with that.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, I just didn't understand the whole thing. And what's killing me right now with Raw, especially being on Netflix, it seems like now we're getting more commercials than we're getting action. Especially in the main event match, that's supposed to be the pinnacle of the 1 year anniversary, and it's like we didn't get to see hardly any of it until the very end.
So my thought on Raw, and I'll be honest, I did not see the first match, but I was locked in for most of it. I really thought that this main event was the best CM Punk match I've seen since he's been back in the WWE.
I agree 100%.
And it, like, I heard someone say, "Oh well, Braun Breaker talked all this shit and then lost," and I'm thinking, what? Or wait, what? No, Braun Breaker went out there and went toe-to-toe with the world's heavyweight champion, and if not for a lucky knee going up at the wrong time, he would have been world champion. He dominated CM Punk, and he should have dominated CM Punk. And I'm not saying that Punk is bad or garbage or anything else, but this guy, Braun Breaker, is your future. We all know it. No one's arguing that. He's your next big thing. He is the next big thing, and I think putting the belt on him now is
too early.
Yeah. I need to see him try and fail, because that's what a good champion does. A champion grows, right? Like, they take what they learn, and there's an old expression. It's like, I don't ever lose. I win or I learn, but I don't. The only L's I take are on. Breaker's got to do, man. That's like, okay, we lost. Gonna have to get back onto this on the saddle and get back to it. Yeah. And that match with CM Punk, like. And I know it's the first Raw of the year, but I don't think they're gonna top it.
Yeah, I don't see personally CM Punk having a better match than that for the rest of the year, because eventually they're probably gonna have to put him up against Gunther.
Yep.
Which I don't know how that's necessarily gonna go, and I don't know the theme that they're putting with Gunther, unless he's just gonna be the overall new legend killer of all your people that's going out. So I don't know how that's going to play out. But that was a great match for CM Punk. I didn't expect that much out of him, and he really showed me something at his age, being able to take some of the bumps he did. And because if they unleash full 100% of Braun Breaker on CM Punk, he's going to be out for a while.
Yeah, and I think, look, the way I see it is this, and what do I know about booking? I've never ran a wrestling promotion. It's just me, what I think they should do. If they were saying, "Hey Jay, let's book WrestleMania," I've got CM Punk going to WrestleMania as World Heavyweight Champion. I don't have him leaving WrestleMania as World Heavyweight Champion. And I don't know if that's Braun Breaker, and I don't know if that's Gunther, or a player to be named later. But I feel like I want Punk to have that moment. I think it would be good for the fans. I think it'd be good for Punk, and I don't think it's bad business. And Mia said in the chat, she said, didn't watch it. I'm sure I didn't miss any 5-star matches. It probably wouldn't be a traditional 5-star match, but it was a very entertaining match, and it told the story very well of, you've got the next big thing in the ring with the guy who was the best in the world. And I use that term "was" because he's not anymore, but he still has value, and he still is a hell of a wrestler.
Yes.
But that's why something like this is so important for wrestling fans to see it. If Braun would have won the title last night, then there's nothing you could do with Braun Breaker going forward. There's no growth. And then CM Punk is just, what do you do with him now? Put him in the IC picture? Like, you can't do that. I feel like not a long, but like a medium build here, right? Build it up for WrestleMania. They'll do it in Vegas. run it back one more time. Braun Breaker will learn from his mistakes. CM Punk will be older, wiser, slower, and lose a match that he should lose.
Yeah.
And there's no. It's like when Brock Lesnar came out and took out John Cena in a few minutes. There's no negative effect of Cena going out like that to Lesnar, because Lesnar's a freaking beast.
Yeah.
And that's just my opinion. I could be wrong.
No, you're not on that one. I agree with you on that. I had a question for you, though. What do you think about the vision with Austin Theory and Bronson? Because let's just say Braun wins the title at WrestleMania. What happens with the rest of the vision now? Because Bronson Reed's your next big thing, too. And as much people might disagree and don't like Austin Theory, he is a great talent. Now, I don't know. I really don't care too much for Logan Paul, but he's a great talent.
I tell people all the time, I don't love Logan Paul as a competitor. So let me say that different. I don't love Logan Paul, the YouTuber, right?
As a person.
As a person, he could kick rocks. But if this guy were to commit to a full-time WWE schedule, I think he would be one of the best sports entertainers in the business. I agree. The guy gets it. He was built to be an asshole. He was built to get booed. And every time I see him on television, I'm like, this guy gets it. Now, if he actually spent more time in the ring and building storylines, he could maybe even be a great pro wrestler. I just don't feel like he's committed to it that way, which is okay. The WWE could still make money off of him just the way he is right now, but I feel like if he's ever going to take that next step, he's got to commit more to the business. Powerpuff Mia says he's too busy marketing Prime. Yeah, I mean, he's a business owner too. I get that.
He's got a lot going on.
But and that's the thing. Like, okay, so then we can't really put the main focus of the Vision or the WWE on the Logan Paul. Bronson Reed, I think, is a hell of a talent, and I would like to see something more from him. But just like, because I told you earlier, I'm an '80s. I grew up in the '80s. I always look at the Four Horsemen. To me, the Four Horsemen is the standard of excellence when it comes to a stable. We saw the NWO, and the NWO went sideways. The Bullet Club finally just ended, and it's been, for such a long time, it was, to me, like overkill. But the Horsemen was, up until the point where then they put Mongo McMichael in the group, it was pretty good.
Yeah. And
always evolving. And what was at the core, you always had your top guy as the world's heavyweight champion. Ric Flair was always the world's heavyweight champion, and that was the most important thing. Then the next thing was everyone else was supposed to get a title.
Yeah.
Thank you for the heart me. I appreciate that. But everything else is still important. Like the IC title is still an important championship. The tag titles are still an important championship. And when it comes to wrestling as a business, as what we're supposed to think of it is, the world champion makes the most money. The Intercontinental Champion, the Tag Team Champions, they make the most amount of money. And if the business of pro wrestling is wins and losses, then the Vision should just be taking a page out of the Horsemen. Instead of James J. Dillon, you got Paul E. Instead of Ric Flair, you've got Braun Breaker, and you've got Logan Paul, and you've got Bronson Reed and Austin Theory. You can make a decent tag team out of either one of those three. You can use the other guy to be your IC champion. And Mia said, what do I think about Braun versus Seth? Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed? Mia, I think you mean Braun Breaker. And I feel like when Seth comes back, he's going to be a babyface. What do you think, Sincere?
Yeah, me too. I think so too.
I think he
puts over. I think the fans love Seth so much that even when he's a heel, they still root for him like crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, we know that Gunther's a heel, but damn it, man, he's great in the ring and he's good on the mic.
Yeah.
So you still root for him. I mean, I go back to Triple H. I used to hate Triple H before he was Triple H. He was just Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Yeah. Yeah.
But man, I went to a event live in my hometown, and as soon as his music hit, you just automatically stand up.
It's hard not to.
He's an amazing talent. He's great on the mic, and he can wrestle. So you're gonna root for him, even though he's the heel at the time.
Well, the comparison, and you kind of made it there, but the comparison Triple H to Seth is very apropos, if you ask me, because Triple H is a guy who I think benefited from the talent that he was working with. Remember, Triple H was right in the middle of, the Jericho Unified Championship run, Stone Cold, The Rock, Kane, The Undertaker, hell, even Ric Flair. He was right.
Michaels.
Shawn Michaels. How could I leave out Shawn? He was right in the middle of all of it. So he was working with some of the best wrestlers at the time. We talk about the Mount Rushmore of pro wrestling. There, I listed at least 3 guys you could make a case that could be on Mount Rushmore, and Triple H was right in the middle of it.
Yep.
And when you look at Seth, who's he surrounded himself with? Oh, I don't know. Roman Reigns. A lot of people like Dean Ambrose. I'm not a big Dean Ambrose, John Moxley guy, but he was, he held the world title in the WWE and then went on to hold it several times for AEW. So credit to him. And then now working with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed and those guys, I mean, there was a lot of positive momentum going for the Vision. Of course, plans get derailed. He got hurt. That's not his fault. But I feel like when Seth comes back, he's going to be a babyface. And if it's him and Braun Breaker, it'll be an interesting match because we haven't really seen a lot of Seth Rollins against a big heavy like that. I mean, his matches with Roman, sure, but I don't really remember, and it probably happened, but I don't remember Seth versus like a Brock Lesnar or a Goldberg or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
one more question for you, brother, and I'll get out of here because I know you got things to do. How do you feel about Cody's run right now? Because I'm not liking it.
It's gotten stale, but I don't blame Cody for that. I feel like they're throwing the same things at him, and it's he can only be Cody Rhodes. Like, he can only keep doing the same thing. What he is a super vanilla babyface, just like John Cena was. It works. It sells tickets. It sells merchandise. He can't do anything more than that. So to get him over, you need to give him a variety of opponents. This is with Drew. It's like the 3rd or 4th time. Like, it's ran its course.
Yeah. And who do you think that would be a better match for him than Drew right now?
This might get me some hate, but I honestly think the person that should take the belt off of him.
Please say Randy Orton.
No, I have a different answer.
Oh no,
Gunther.
I'm not opposed to that at all.
No, and look, Randy Orton's great. I have no problem with Randy Orton, and I would love to see that match happen again, and maybe a heel Randy Orton, right? I'm on board with that. But Gunther's already proven that he is the dude. He is the heel of the company. He put out Goldberg, nobody cared. He put out John Cena, everybody cried. He beat up CM Punk. CM Punk beat him up back. But what I'm saying is, there's nobody on the roster like Gunther at the moment. And he, to me, proves to be the biggest challenge in pro wrestling. In the WWE, of course. I don't think there's anybody who's above Gunther when it comes to being a heel for the company.
All right. I appreciate you letting me come up, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate you. Thanks for the follow. We'll see you again sometime.
No problem, brother. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks, man. That was cool. Happy that you guys are hanging out with me. It is Tuesdays. We talk all pro wrestling until the top of the hour. Then we talk about the NWA, whatever it is on my shirt. Mia says I'm rewatching old matches. I mean, I'm watching your content, Mia. I see that you've been watching a lot of the Royal Rumbles, which I think is cool. I remember watching the first Rumble, and the one that I remember, and I think Hacksaw Jim Duggan won it. I don't know. Or maybe, I think it was the Rumble. Anyways, I like going back and watching some of the old matches, too. It's been a while since I've done it. I probably should. Pat said, yep, 88 when I got into it. All right, cool. And Snoopy's in the chat. What's going on? Hope you're having a good Tuesday, Snoopy. Sorry I neglected you guys over here on YouTube. Let me read some of your comments. Hopefully they've all been nice and pleasant. Noob's in the chat. What's up, Noob? We'll do our full show at 2 o'clock on the West Coast, 5 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Hi, KO. What about Prime John Cena, though? Prime John Cena was great. I loved Prime John Cena. A lot of people did. A lot of people hated him, but I always thought that, when you have a talent who is selling merchandising and putting butts in the seats, whether you want to see them lose or win, that's the job. That's the job of a wrestler. That's what they're supposed to do. So when they're doing it, like that's what they're supposed to be doing. Let's see. Oh, that happened there. How does it feel to be a wrestling fan knowing it's staged and all? Well, Jerry, I mean, look, it's entertainment. Like, I also know the Avengers are not real, right? I know when I go watch, Batman versus Superman, or any of the comic book movies I love, or the Star Wars movies I love, or the Transformers, or anything else that I enjoy, I know it's not real. What do you mean? Of course we know. It's entertainment. We know that it's entertainment. Like, is this a gotcha moment? You think you got me? All right, thanks, bro. Don't yuck somebody else's yum. If you don't like it, that's cool, man. Their remote is right there. You just change the channel. Or if you're watching me on YouTube, you can just slide up. It's cool. I don't take offense to it. Well, thanks, Jack. I appreciate you saying I'm a hot guy. Bobby Bettino, what's up? John Woodness. Okay, they're real. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out in the chat. Of course, it's Tuesday, so we talk pro wrestling on Tuesday. I hope everyone's having a good Tuesday. I'm having a good Tuesday. Got to the gym today. Got my workout in. The first workout I've had in a while where I felt really good. But what's good with you guys? What are you watching? We just had Wrestle Kingdom. I haven't seen Wrestle Kingdom yet. Didn't get to watch it yet. And with Wrestle Kingdom, of course, they said goodbye to Tanahashi, and that was it is a big deal. It's a huge deal. You look poor. Well, thanks. I appreciate you saying that. I look poor. How does one look poor? I mean, look, I'm in the house that I own. I'm on the internet talking in the middle of the day. I mean, I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Keep hitting those like buttons. I appreciate that. Jack, I am married. Sorry. Appreciate you also asking that. Snoopy, what's going on, man? So, Pat, are you still watching wrestling? Oh, Pat's gone. Peter's in the chat. What's up, Peter? Hope you're doing well. Guess you're spending more time with YouTube. You look like a homeless, but with a home. Thanks, Jack. I appreciate you saying that. It is my wife, but I do appreciate you saying that. I look homeless. That's awesome. So what else? Let me hear what else you got, ND. As somebody who doesn't have a profile picture in their comment and coming to my channel and inflating my numbers, I'm not going to be upset when you say insulting things. If you step out of line, I'll just block you. I mean, that's fine. But like Jack say that I'm very lucky to have a husband. I mean, that's 2026, man. You're not going to shame me about stuff like that. Anyways, I hope you're all having a good Tuesday. And having a beard is cool, man. I like my beard. Although I should have put some oil in it today. It looks a little dry. But, yeah. No, Jack, there is no shame in being gay. I love gay people. I love straight people. I don't have a preference, man. Snap bro beards. You got it, John. But, yeah, I mean, I don't... It's 2026. Is that still a thing? Are people still weirded out by that? Unfortunately, the answer is yes, but I know that, but it doesn't affect me. It doesn't bother me. Wait, did somebody say husband? Alejandro, are you asking me if I have a husband? I am a husband. I don't have a husband. What's going on in this chat? I mean, I don't care, guys. Just keep liking the video. See the little heart button? You can push that, and it puts hearts on my screen. I don't know, man. I don't know. Ghostface Tyler Wall. What's up? We're also live on YouTube. We're live on TikTok. At the Alliance Blog is all my social medias. If you want to follow, I do post wrestling content, wrestling related content. Excuse me. And when I get bored, I start playing sound effects like this one. Mia, I'm not tired. Why do you say I look tired? You don't think I'm tired of the people's bullshit on YouTube. That's what I'm tired of. I'm actually, look, I've gotten a Lonnie. I went to the gym. I worked out. The guns are getting big. Your eyes don't lie, Chico. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean, Powerpuff? What do you mean? I've been subbed for a while. I do like the chat though. Hey, well, I appreciate that, John. I thank you being on here. Jack, yeah, thanks. Don't say my government name here, hombre. Lo siento, señorita. Yo quiero no problemas. I want no problem. I think I said that right. Someone who speaks better Spanish than me, please educate me. Can you please tell me you have a beautiful wife and kids? I do have a beautiful wife and kids. All right. Yeah, I have a nice little family thing going on. I have 3 kids. The oldest is 21 and the youngest is 11. Thanks for asking. I'm simultaneously broadcasting on YouTube and on TikTok. So if I'm answering a question that you don't see in the comments, it's because someone else on the other platform has asked me something. So, but yeah, I'm not tired. I'm not tired. This is like 400 milligrams of caffeine. We're old. Yeah, John, you're with me. Same age and everything. WDPRA Sean. People pop in, but they don't stay for very long. All right, well, look, not every day I'm going to have 100 people in the chat, and I didn't do much to advertise either. Sean Mega, is there any important storylines or feuds or potential matches in the NWA? Be honest and drink a Red Bull. Jesus Christ, I got an Alani, my man. I'm good. All right. I take 600 milligrams, but yes, I look tired. That's why I'm not making sing videos. Oh, señorita, tú necesitas más caffeine? That's a typo. Let's see. I do about, so like in the mornings, like today's a gym day, so I did 200 milligrams with my C4. That's kind of like my pre-workout. I should just go and get real pre-workout. It'll probably help me, but what I'm using right now is C4 for the gym, and then I'll do like either a Monster or an Alani or something else during the day, and it's usually like 180, 200 milligrams of caffeine, and then that's probably it. Maybe I'll have a diet, or excuse me, a Coke Zero later in the evening, or a Dr. Pepper with no sugar, because we're trying to watch those calories. Well, Alejandro, no, I'm straight and I'm married, but like even if I was gay, there's nothing wrong with that. I have no problem with gay people. In a world that we live in, I just think there's too much hate. I have too much love in my heart to have hate, so that's not me. I'm not training. I'm just trying to get my life right. I'm trying to get in a better physical shape. I work out 3 times a week at the gym. I've been eating healthier. I've lost about 40 like actual pounds, but I think it's been more. I think I'm just putting on a lot more muscle too. Like my arms have never been bigger than they are right now, and my legs are literally like tree trunks. Not that I'm trying to brag or anything, but I mean the lighting doesn't do me any favors. I look like Kevin Owens. I get that quite a bit. In fact, when people say Kevin Owens, I do this. Well, yeah, I mean, look, I started, I in 2023, I was at my heaviest at about 265. Today, I stepped on the scale at 225. The lightest I've been is 219. But around Christmas, I got sick and just didn't work out for a while. And yeah, man, I'm just trying to be the best version of me, like in all aspects of my life. I'm just trying to be the best version of me. Hey, thanks for the follow. Yeah, yeah, Powerpuff. I'm just trying to get those guns. Well, my camera looks so weird right now. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna move it a little bit. There we go. It's me, Mario. That doesn't fix much. Oh, yeah, there we go. I don't know. Is that better? I know Pack been Pack. Wait, hold on, John. Let me read your comment again. I know Pack Ben lives up the road from me in Newcastle. Oh, you're from Newcastle. Are you the same guy that was in my chat last week telling me to go somewhere else to not go to Wales? John, was that you? Am I confusing you for somebody else? Yeah, why is my camera? Okay, that's just what it is. Okay. Cute. Thanks. Not you. Okay. Someone was in my live last week, and I told them that I was in Scotland earlier, or last year, I guess, not earlier anymore. It was April of last year. I was in Scotland. I went to London. I went to Edinburgh. I went to Inverness, and I stayed the night in Perth one night, and then the Isle of Man, and that was just such an awesome trip. I would love to go back. Already looking, planning trips through TikTok. It was one of the best vacations I've ever had. Now I've got to do a lot of traveling in the last few years. Like I've been to China, I went to Wenzhou, China. I've been to Curacao. I've been to Cabo San Lucas in Mexico. I've been to a long time ago. I went to Mazatlan, Mexico. I was in Mexico City a few years ago. Philadelphia, New Jersey, Tennessee, specifically Nashville. No, not Japan, but China. Wenzhou, China, which is near Shanghai. Well, not near Shanghai. When you fly from LA to China, the connecting flight is Shanghai, and then from Shanghai we went to Wenzhou. But I don't remember what city it was. But that was cool because I got to go with a wrestling company. They were doing a NWA World Title match in China. It was the first time that the 10 pounds of gold, which has been defended all over the world, the only places it hasn't been defended was Russia, and I mean Cuba too, but Russia and then China. Anywhere there's pro wrestling, the 10 pounds of gold has typically been. And so it was the dream of Harley Race to take the title to, in his words, to Russia and Red China. And I got to be a part of that. I'm friends with a wrestling promoter who did a show in Wenzhou with local promoters there. It was like a mixed worked shoot fighting and pro wrestling. And the main event was Nick Aldis versus Colt Boom Boom Cabana for the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. And had a newfound respect for everybody but Nick Aldis. No, Nick Aldis is not a good guy, John. He's a guy. He's a guy. I would also like for you to take that cowboy hat off too, but we don't control each other's life. What are you talking about? Garbage rat. Okay. All right. I'm not a Nick Aldis fan. But it's a personal thing. As a wrestler, I thought he was really good. In his first run as the world's heavyweight champion, Nick Aldis was probably the prototype of what you'd want your world heavyweight champion to be. I mean, it wasn't just because of him, but at the time he did take the title to China. You can't negate what he did, what he accomplished. The title to China, the title to Australia, the title defended all over the U.S., including in CZW, in United Wrestling Network, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, and a lot of other territories. I mean, he was all over the place as World Heavyweight Champion, that first run was really, really good. But then he lost to Cody, and after he lost the belt to Cody, everything kind of went downhill. I feel like as world champion, like once he lost to Cody, it signified an end of an era for Nick Aldis. And when the NWA started running its own television show, I felt like that's where we didn't see a lot of the 10 pounds of gold being out and defended. We didn't see a lot of, globe trotting, if you will. He did take the title still to Poland, I think, and a few other places. But by and large, I felt like after that first run, everything was kind of disappointing after that. Okay. Hey, Mr. Cliff Stuff, how you doing? Nicholas, what's going on? Yeah, John, as a wrestler, look at that. I think that Nick Aldis should still be wrestling to this day, and I wouldn't hate if he got another run in the WWE, although I'm not holding my breath for it. But yeah. But I have been fortunate enough, like I said, I have this new rule that if I travel, I want to try to either catch a baseball game or a wrestling show. So when I was in Curacao, I struck out on both of them. There was no wrestling. There was baseball was out of season. When I went to Jamaica, no wrestling, no baseball. When I went to Mazatlan, I left the day before the wrestling show. When I went to Mexico City, I did 3 wrestling shows. That was really cool. Technically 4. It was the same arena, same night. They just did 2 different shows. Anyways, when I went to the UK, when I was in London, I got to see Rev Pro at the London at their what's it called? The 299 or something like that, and that was pretty cool. Very intimate venue, reminded me of Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, very similar. And then I've seen wrestling in St. Louis. I've been to wrestling in Phoenix. I've been to wrestling in Yuma, Arizona. I've been to wrestling in Mesa, Arizona. I've been to wrestling in Forney, Texas. I've been to wrestling all over California. That doesn't count. I live here. But San Francisco, Los Angeles, Long Beach, Santa Ana, San Diego, Escondido, Tijuana, Mexico, Baja California, wrestling in New Jersey, in to be specific, I don't know what city it was in. Glassboro. I've been to wrestling in Philly, in Philadelphia. I've been to wrestling in the one match I saw in Illinois. It was just on the outskirts of Illinois, but I count it. And yeah, so I've done a lot of wrestling shows. All right, you guys are talking over here on YouTube. It got kind of quiet over here on TikTok. Let's see. India here at 3 a.m. found you kind of, so came here to hear you. Just realized that you are a wrestler, so can't mess with you, although want to mess with you. Okay. I'm not a wrestler. I'm a fan. I watch pro wrestling and talk about pro wrestling. That's kind of what I do. And yeah, it's people mess with me all the time, so don't worry about that. Let's see. Michael, what's up? What culture pro wrestling out of Newcastle. I also had a buddy who used to run in, I can't remember what city it was. I don't think it was London, but it was Fight Nation. Billy Wood. That was a guy that I used to be a buddy with. I think he called you a discount Kevin Owens. I get discount Kevin Owens all the time because we are featured on TikTok. We like to go by the aforementioned TikTok shop Kevin Owens as opposed to Temu Kevin Owens because, well, quite frankly, Temu Kevin Owens sounds kind of mean. Oh, you met Billy. Yeah, Billy knows me. If you ever talk to Billy again, you could maybe name drop J-Cal. He'd probably know me. So what's good, everybody? It's Tuesday. We're coming off of a pretty big Raw last night. I was very happy with the main event. We mentioned that. AEW's coming to my town. AEW's coming here in February. Me and Soto might be heading out to at least one of the events, maybe 2. Next weekend, I go down to TJ to see The Crash That'll be my first wrestling show of the year. Yeah, okay, Kevin, we know it's you, not J Cal. Steven, you son of a biscuit. I just need an excuse to drink some water. Yeah. So so a lot of wrestling coming up for me. Friend of the show, Dave Marquez, is getting ready to do something big with United Wrestling Network. Some news is about to come out, but looks like they're going to be doing some big stuff at the Thunder Studios, and I'm excited about that. The NWA. The NWA has some breaking news, but we'll talk about that in about 15 minutes on the other side. Now, if you're on TikTok, you can just hang out here. We'll be talking about pro wrestling here. But if you are not, you can always jump on the other side. Let's see. So what's good? What are you watching? Mia said she was watching pro wrestling from the 80s. She's going back and watching the WWE Vault. They recently made the Vault available on YouTube after the Vault was discontinued from the what channel was that? The Peacock. They recently got rid of that off the Peacock network. So in the United States, pro wrestling is WWE is their Monday night programming is on Netflix. A lot of their Vault stuff is on YouTube. Internationally, I know a lot of their stuff is on Netflix as well. Let's see. All right, John, have a good night, man. Appreciate you. Okay, NY. I don't know how to say your name, NY, and I don't want to say it incorrectly to insult you or anything. I think it's NY Tin Deep. I don't want to be disrespectful, so I don't know how to say that. But where was Chris Jericho last night? Everyone was talking about Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho's going to appear. Chris Jericho's going to appear. And I told you guys he wasn't going to appear. Anyone who wanted to listen, anyone who listened to me was not disappointed. See, Michael, that's cool. Having your own personal vault is a very smart way to do it. Mike, have a good one, man. I recently procured myself a hard drive, and I don't know what it's called. I'm that illiterate. I know it's cool, but I don't know what it's called. It's like a NAS drive, so you can set up your own streaming network. And I plan to. Oh, that's supposed to. Okay. I thought I was live right now. TikTok, I'll be right back. I thought I was live. I'll be right back, TikTok. It's probably for the best. We didn't have a lot of people watching. All right, let's see. What the heck? What the hell? All right, going live. So what I was saying is I have this NAS drive that connects to my internet in the house, the Wi-Fi, and I'm setting it up where I can take my hard media. You guys see, like, up here, there's a bunch of DVDs right here, including, like, Gladiator and all kinds of stuff, and I plan to put that on the drive so that I can watch it, because I have all these DVDs I can't even watch anymore. We don't even have a DVD player in the house. I even bought bought it on TikTok, like a portable drive, so that I can rip stuff off of my digital media. But that's good, Michael. You'll never have to say goodbye if it's right there. I hope everyone's having a good Tuesday. My name is Jay Cal. Each and every Tuesday, I come on to YouTube and TikTok to talk about pro wrestling. Here, I can do this. Does it work? Nope, that's the wrong button. That was the wrong button. I do this one. And then I play the music. And then it looks like Kevin Owens is on their screen. But it's just me. It's just J Cal. Play it twice? Okay, you got it. It's me, it's J-Cal, and it's Tuesday, and we're talking pro wrestling. In just a few minutes, we'll be talking about the NWA. And I hope you'll join me to talk some pro wrestling. It's on Tuesdays, we talk about the NWA, and I hope you'll hang out with us. I hope everyone had a great Tuesday. I know I did. Had myself some scrambled eggs. Did a workout at the gym. Getting fit. But yeah, man, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's doing good. We are about to go live on our YouTube channel. You guys are watching us live on YouTube, but we also have a YouTube channel. Every Tuesday, we go live at 2 p.m. Eastern, 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock Pacific, to talk about the NWA. We'll be doing that momentarily. But I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having a good one. Got a lot of people that just jumped in the chat over here on TikTok, but not really, because they just come and go. Hey, Peter, hope you're having a good one. Hey, Fortnite Gamer. We're begging for attention now. I hope you're doing good, man. Fortnite King Gamer. I guess you're a big Fortnite fan. No, I've never played the game before. Funny stuff. Matthew Miller, what's up? Thanks for liking the live. I appreciate you. I hope everyone's having a good day today. It's been a little brutal on here. I haven't been getting much interaction. I guess it's my fault for not properly advertising. But I do appreciate you guys hanging out in the chat. We have a whole lineup of pro wrestling to talk about with the National Wrestling Alliance. If you're new to the show, welcome. And if you've been a long-time viewer, then welcome back. It's our first live stream of the new year. Is that true? Yeah, I guess it is. Yes, it is. Okay, that's the same one. Well, now I bid you guys adieu over on YouTube. Thank you for hanging out, and we'll be live on the channel. If you subscribe, you'll see me show up in just a minute.